Greetings. Now we got practice problem number 1. Okay, so we have a diagram given to us, and it says in the diagram below of trapezoid RSUT, we know that RS is parallel to TU. So right off the bat, they're telling me RS is a base and TU is a base because they're parallel to each other. And really important, X is the midpoint of RT. So this point here is in the middle of that segment RT. It's a midpoint. And V, all right, V is the midpoint of SU. I don't know that SU's congruent to RT, so I'm not going to assume that. But what I do now know is that XV, right, segment XV, this blue thing, right, that has to be a mid-segment, right? Because a mid-segment is the segment, the piece of a line that connects the midpoints of the legs of our trapezoid, okay? And I know my mid-segment in a trapezoid, my mid-segment is equal to the average of my bases, okay? So hopefully they tell us something about the bases, and in fact they do. RS, base 1, which I just decided to call it, is 23, and XV, our mid-segment, XV, turns out to be 29. So, we don't know, I'm going to do it in green, we don't know what base 2 is, so I'm going to call that X. So when I substitute into my formula here, I have mid-segment is 29, it's going to equal, one of my bases is 23 plus my other base I don't know, X. And we're dividing that by 2 because we're taking the average of the bases. If I take the average of the bases, that must give me my mid-segment. All right, well, I don't like a number equal to a fraction, so I'm going to turn this into a fraction. And now I have a proportion. I can cross multiply to undo that. 1 times 23 plus X is just 23 plus X. And 2 times 29, well, that's 2 20s, that's 40 plus 2 9s, that's 18, so 58, right? 58, okay? Subtract 23 from both sides. It's going to give me 35. So, X equals 35 in this problem. What's the length of TU? It's 35. This thing equals 35. And there's another way we could do this. Whenever you're dealing with constants, known numbers, you can kind of use intuition, use your common sense. I know this mid-segment is smack dab in the middle, all right, because of those midpoints. So how far do I have to travel from this 23 to get to that 29? What's the difference between those numbers? Well, the difference is 6. So if it takes 6 to go from my base to the middle, and logic tells me from my middle to go to the other base, it should take that same 6. That same 6. So I'm going to add 6 to my 29. 29 and 6 gives us, hey, that 35. Concluding problem number 1, practice problem number 1. Thanks.